Hello, my name is Tina Mckenzie, and I teach first grade here at Central Elementary. And I am here to talk to you about the results from my grant for Clevy clickers for my first grade students. Um, the results I'm very happy with. I'll give you a summary of my grant to start with. Um, as a first grade teacher of students, anywhere from 5 to 8 years old, I was very concerned that they were not able to accurately demonstrate their knowledge uh, with the technology that we were giving them to use. The reason being because a lot of the technology is not developmentally or physically appropriate for them. As you can see here from this x ray, a child's hand compared to a full grown adult's hand is totally different. Their bones have not completely developed yet. There's spaces in between the bones, which means they are not able to manipulate or move their hands the way that we want them to. You know that those motor skills are just not there until they get a little bit older. So the reason I wanted to do this grant was so that my students could have a mouse that was the appropriate size and that there was clear direction on where to click. That was another thing that another problem that my students were having was unsure of which button to click whenever they were trying to take tests and trying to do things on the computer. They didn't know which side of the mouse to click on. So the Apple mouse is very small, but it has no place to show the child where to click. So they were just clicking anywhere on the mouse, just even down at the bottom. So I really liked that the Clevy clickers had the red side, the blue side, so that the students knew exactly where to put their finger whenever they were trying to take an assessment. Um, so I was also concerned that using a trackpad or mouse pad on a laptop was also something that students with, you know, motor skills still developing at this age was not a good thing to ask them to do too, because sometimes it would ask them to use both hands. So they have to click with one hand and then use the other hand to manipulate things on their screen. So I felt like it's better for a child at this age to use a mouse for clicking and dragging purposes, but we needed to find a mouse that was the correct size for them to use. And that allowed them to show what they know. Okay, so um, I gave a diagnostic at the beginning of the school year, and I gave the students nothing. They had just their Chromebooks, and they used the trackpad to take the assessment. And then, after receiving the grant and getting the clickers in for the kids, we used them on a daily basis in class, doing our normal. Computer programs for reading and math and the students so that way they could get used to using the mouse. And so then after we used those for a little while, I gave them the same diagnostic again. And here is the results. I'll show you some data. This is some graphs of our reading and math assessments. This is the beginning of the year reading here. You can see there's not a lot of green, which would mean on or above grade level. And there's a big lot of yellow, which means one grade level below. And then there's quite a bit of red here that is two grade levels below. And then this is broken down into different domains in reading. And you can see here that there's still a lot of yellow and a lot of red here at the beginning of the year. Then after using the Clevy clickers and having some additional instruction, we have gained knowledge, thankfully, and our green has went up. You can see it went from light green to dark green, which means above. We have some students now who are testing above grade level, which is phenomenal. We have less yellow and less red. So a lot of students moved up from being two grade levels below to moving up to being one grade level or on grade level. So that's great. Same thing for math. We had no students start at the beginning of the year in on or above grade level. Most of my students, were all of the students in the class were at least one grade level below and almost two grade levels below. So this is not a very good thing to see at the beginning of the year, but there's always room to grow. So after some instruction and using the Clavium clickers throughout the year every day on our computer programs, we were able to show that we gained some knowledge in math. And now we have some students testing on grade level. We have quite a list in red here. So that means that students have moved up from being two grade levels below to now being only one grade level below, which is phenomenal. So here's that information in some numbers in case you're not a visual person. Um, we have students who at the beginning of the year in reading from 0% to now 5% are mid or above grade level. The beginning of the year, we had 79% test one grade level below to now 84% one grade level below. And then the number stayed the same for two grade levels. In math, the beginning of the year, we had 0 students that were on grade level in math. And now we have 11% of my class on grade level. At the beginning of the year, the first diagnostic, it showed 63% of my class was one grade level below. Now we have 74% of the class that's at one grade level below. At the beginning of the year, we had 32% of the class that was two grade levels below. And now we only have 16% of the class testing at two grade levels below. So I am so happy with these results. And I feel like that the clickers have really helped my students be able to show me what they know in taking a digital assessment online, and just learning where to click, learning how to hold the mouse, how to manipulate it. I think that it made a world of difference in my first graders. So thank you so much for approving this grant for me, and I hope you have a great day.